Hello, welcome back to another episode of Tony Climbs. Um, Nothing too much to say about this one. I actually climbed a completely new climbs this episode, so let's just jump into it here. Starting off, we got this yellow one. Interesting start. Probably the hardest part of the climb is the start, but once you figure the start out, it's super simple. So if you are new to climbing, then take your time and just try to really work on the start. Get those feet up here, and then kind of just step up and over, and you're good. Red one, also super simple. Even easier than the yellow one, I would probably say. The only thing that's slightly harder is the feet are a little bit smaller, but I would say it's probably an easier climb for the most part, just because the start was so easy. Able to get all the feet up here, and then just nice and carefully crawl over the top. This green one here, pretty solid. I enjoyed it. A little difficult, but nothing like really that crazy. I'd say this is probably like the weirdest part for me, is like just trusting the feet. They're really good feet though, so just some of my like irrational fear stick it in there, but we're all good. We move along to this green one. I just started off with the yellows and then worked my way up to oranges. And this green one I thought was super simple. You got the nice little like feet there that also are your handholds. Able to stand up, kind of pull yourself up, and then just get the feet up high here so you can step up and on top. Nice. Moving right along to this purple climb. This purple climb is like definitely a dynamic move. I tried to static it. I think I have like approximately like a 75-inch wingspan or something like that. So pretty large, but I wasn't able to static it. I did try the secondary part and I realized, yep, I can totally do that if I get there. I didn't end up trying it again. I'll have to come back and work on that another time. I was pretty tired, honestly, this session, so it definitely didn't climb my hardest. Physically, I felt solid, though, nothing too crazy. But it was also kind of like, okay, I need to take it a little easier here. This orange one, thought it was super solid. Very. I think a V3 is a pretty good grade for it. Then I tried this orange one, and while I was trying this orange one, I met someone who had watched my videos, and he kind of we were working. Not he was working on the black climb, and I was working on the orange climb. We were kind of helping each other, so it was really cool. Really nice to meet you and everything. Yeah, but we were talking how how Seattle Bouldering Project has been setting some harder climbs, or harder moves in the lower like difficulty climb section, and we think that orange. We came to the conclusion that orange is probably like the widest variety, or yeah, the widest range of climbs here. This is the closest I got on that orange climb, by the way, was that like one move there. I still go back and try it again. But yeah, back to what I was saying is that, we thought that like orange felt like it had the widest range, where sometimes you get really easy orange climbs and sometimes you get orange climbs like this. I don't think this move is particularly difficult. I think I might just be like a little weak in the aspect that I need to be. But I, I do think it is a very large move for a orange climb. So, wasn't super successful this one, but I did got something out of it. I got some knowledge from it, and I was able to make the first move initially. Then moving right along to the purple climb here. This one, we just kind of nice and easy, bump the hands up, and then match onto the volume here. And then from here, I did a little foot swap to get my right foot up, and then bump that left hand again, and then bump it one more time, swing the feet over, match onto this, and from here, nice and easy up, stand, do a nice little foot swap, stand up, and then I was like, oh, this is like that purple hold, very not helpful. So if you are going to try that climb, just be aware, that purple hold at the top, I didn't really see a use for it. I kind of used it almost like it was a piece of the wall. So maybe they just wanted something that felt a little more secure than the wall, but you know, I think they probably could have gotten rid of it, and I think the difficulty of that climb would have been no difference. But yeah, this green one was kind of like you got to just trust yourself stand up moment, which I was able to. And then I was able to see that hold and use that to get myself up and over. That was like the harder part for the climb. This climb though, very simple. That's why I gave it a V1. A lot lower on the rating here. You know, bunch of handholds that are nice and deep pockets. Cut my feet there because it seemed to work well, and I felt like kind of cool, but it wasn't really necessary. Able to stand up and crawl over the top. And then the last couple climbs here, starting with this red one. I like how, you know, you kind of implement this like starting on a volume, which is nice. It's not a hard start by any means, but it's nice that they kind of get you thinking about that a little bit at the start of your climbing journey, especially if red's kind of like your starting climbs. And then this last climb, I actually really enjoyed that a yellow climb starts with 2 holds on like different faces of a boulder. I think that's really cool. And yeah, it kind of again is like another thing to kind of like expose you to something that you might see later on. Tail of the tape here, nothing too crazy to say about it. Got one finish done on a purple and one finish done on an orange, so I'm happy with that. Got a purple to work on for sure. Got a probably one orange to work on. There's another orange climb that is similar to the purple one you saw me do earlier, which is a dynamic move. Which is the orange climb is also a dynamic move. So I might end up trying that again, maybe another time. But again, wasn't feeling too physically like super, oh my gosh, I'm gonna like do everything I can. So, you know, taking it kind of easier today, but still, I would say a very fun session overall. And yeah, overall pretty great. Let me know what you think. Comments down below. Like and subscribe. Keep on climbing.